in some stages of liver disease, these substances that the liver clears get elevated, right?
Okay.
And then in kind of liver failure, some of these substances that the liver makes are low.
Okay.
And that's where he is. You know,
Okay.
some of those things are that the liver makes, and is just not enough functional liver there to make it. And that makes sense from a neurologic standpoint too, you know.
Okay.
There's nothing practically that we do to fix it. We could cover them with an antibiotic on the off chance that infection is complicating it. I don't believe that, you know.
Right.
You could throw some steroids at them, because that's what you do when you're losing them no matter what.
Right.
And I might half perk him up for a couple of days, or not,
Yeah.
you know. So,
Yeah.
but nothing, I don't think anything meaningful,
Right.
unfortunately.
No, we had a great day out in the sun
You know.
yesterday.
Yeah. So, and he certainly, you know, with the care that you guys have had, has had, you know, in a lot of households, we lost him a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
it's a little longer
Oh,
than
yeah,
that.
we nearly
I
did
think.
from where
Right.
it was.
Yeah, right. So, you know, that's all extra time. And to have some time in a household where somebody cares is
Yeah.
unfortunately more than a lot of these guys get. You
Yeah. Yeah.
know? Doesn't make a day like today easier. It's up to you. If I were to give him a steroid or something, we'd be dragging you back in a day
Yeah, I
or
think
two.
I think he's in pain.
I think so too. I think
Yeah.
that there's only one thing that makes sense for him.
And I think he is hungry. You know,
Yeah.
if he could eat
Oh, I think
properly,
so.
I think he would eat.
But with that neurologic difficulty, he can't swallow.
So what is the link between liver failure and neurological problems?
Yeah. In general, there's a couple of things there. One of them is that the liver helps regulate, again, it's the pH of the bloodstream. And when the blood gets too acidic, which is what happens with later liver disease or liver failure, then that kind of relatively delicate environment of the fluid around the brain, and also where the nerves communicate with the muscles, does not work in that higher pH.
Okay.
And then also what happens is that there's normally, they call it the blood-brain barrier. So there are things that all those substances circulating in the bloodstream do not get into the fluid around the brain,
Okay.
right? Because that's very tightly controlled. But with kind of liver failure and some other problems too, that blood-brain barrier falls apart. And so you've got things that are normally circulating in the blood that shouldn't have anything to do with the brain get around the brain. And
Okay.
it's just the environment in which the brain function is gone. You know?
Okay.
So it does not work the way it should.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things that happens in mammals and reptiles too. You know,
Okay.
you see it a lot in dogs. I don't know. You know, that's pretty uniform across species.
Okay.
You know, unfortunate.
Yeah.
But-
I think we're at the point of no return here.
I think there's no doubt what's the kindest thing for him.